Don't know if you heard, but my boy,
Your boy,
Henry Cavill, sitting over here right here, and a big standee of him in my office over there. He's got a new movie coming out called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which to me looks really, really good. I'm very excited about it. I think the trailers have been fantastic. I also love that we got Alan Ritchson in there. Isaac Gonzalez is in there. Alex Pettyfer is in there. I mean, it's just a good, Carrie Elwes is in there. Wesley from Princess Bride. I mean, just a lot of good people in here.
the director.
And directed by Guy Ritchie, who I love Guy Ritchie.
King Arthur, baby.
It's so funny. We're talking about Guy Ritchie, and the first movie you go to is King Arthur.
Like it's my guilty pleasure. It's so good. I love that movie. I don't know why.
Wasn't Isaac Gonzalez in Baby Driver?
Yes. She was John Hamm's girlfriend in Baby Driver. Yeah. She was also in that terrible Michael Bay. Was it Michael Bay? Zack Snyder that did Ambulance.
Michael Bay.
It was Michael Bay. She was also in that awful Michael Bay movie Ambulance.
And wasn't she in Bloodshot too? She was a girl in Bloodshot?
Honestly, after I saw Bloodshot, I committed myself to trying to forget it as fast as possible that I cannot remember if she was in Bloodshot or not, but she's awesome. Isaac Gonzalez is awesome.
Oh, yeah, she is.
And loosely based on a true story and stuff like that, whatever. So it's coming out this week. I'm very excited to see it. And the first reactions and reviews for the movie have now come out. And they all look really solid. Not mind-blowingly best picture of the year contender solid, but very, very solid. We're going to start off by going to a couple places. First of all, like the other day was the first reactions before the reviews. And I just want to make sure I get all of them in here. So where are we? We're going to start with Shut Up Matt wrote the following. He said, if I can get this going right. There we go. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is Guy Ritchie's take on Inglourious Bastards with a dash of the Kingsman franchise. And if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, it delivers. It's a bunch of witty banter and hot people brutally killing Nazis for 2 hours. What's not to like? It sounds like Robert Meyer Burnett wrote that.
I'm in.
I buy it. Hot people killing Nazis for 2 hours. How can you miss? Yeah. That sounds great to me. The Hollywood Handle wrote, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a thrilling experience, an adrenaline roller coaster that plunges viewers into a whirlwind of action. Meticulously choreographed combat scenes and a formidable cast. The film exudes an atmosphere of bravery, ridiculously and aggressively funny, one of Guy Ritchie's best movies yet. Wow. I have a hard time believing it's one of his best movies yet, but still, that sounds pretty good.
Lock, Stock is still my favorite.
Snatch is still my favorite. The Lock, Stock, and Snatch for me are very, very close to each other. March Phillips writes, if I can get down to it. There we go. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is such a fun film. Henry Cavill carries this film with a charming and organic action comedy. This is a must-see film. All right, so then let's jump over to the actual full reviews that came out for it. As of right this moment, and I'll do a quick refresh to see if it changes, because as of this moment, we've got 17 reviews that have come in. So still in the first round of reviews coming out. The movie is sitting at 82%. And here's some of the stuff that some of these reviewers are saying about it. IndieWire writes, Ritchie pumps this story full of enough cheeky, I don't even know what that word is, rhodomontade?
All right.
Now I feel dumb.
Rodomontade?
Sure. That is able. That dude used a thesaurus for this.
Yeah.
He didn't. That didn't come out of his mouth naturally. He totally went to a thesaurus for that. Anyway, that it's able to stay afloat on the strength of its own meat-headed bluster and eventually sail back to England on the residual breeze of the better movie it could have been.
It means boastful or inflated talk.
There you go. So again, they gave it a positive review. Next up, Mashable wrote, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare has its moments, harkening back to the winsome rogues and madcap mayhem of Ritchie's early gems like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. So again, both the reviews we've heard so far are not like this is the greatest thing ever, but it's like, hey, this is pretty good.
Sounds fun, so, you know.
The Arizona Republic writes, it's proof positive that a great movie can be fun, flashy, and ridiculous with an uncomplicated plot and yet still work. Variety wrote, the movie relies on a terrific ensemble in nearly all of its lead roles apart from Churchill. Again, I can't remember who plays Churchill in it, whatever. William Bibiani, who many of you will remember as a great competitor in the movie Trivia Schmodown. He wrote, it's hard not to get swept up in this film's simple pleasures. You know what? That's probably the one, that's kind of a review that kind of wraps up what I was hoping for in this movie. Mm-hmm. Simple pleasure of a movie. If it can do that, great. A Hollywood Reporter wrote, it's moderately entertaining because there's a fascinating historical footnote at the root of it, but the execution doesn't maximize the story's potential. Again, this is a positive review they give it, but, tempering expectations, like not the greatest movie of the year going to get. Then we got our first negative one from Grace Randolph, who wrote, Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson are both excellent, but only supporting characters. Isa Gonzalez is the actual lead in an underwritten role. I'm very curious to see this movie to understand what you mean by is actually the lead, but it's underwritten. I'm curious to know what that means. A very watered down Inglourious Bastards. Only this is based on a true story. Too bad Ritchie wastes it. Boring, they say. Boring. Fred Topple writes, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare makes history fun. Whether it inspires viewers to learn more about Operation Postmaster, it at least informs them of the basics of this fun romp. And the last one we'll end off with here is We Live Entertainment writes, not nearly as subversive or as interested in engaging with its story on a deeper level, still, it does know how to satisfy on the sheer fun of having an assortment of colorful characters going through a mission that's equal parts tense and exciting. So, guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so that you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. When they arrived at our house, my wife Ann loved to feel them so much, she couldn't even wait for me to get home to put them on our bed. Miracle Made has self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle Sheets also have incredible comfort and quality. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to TryMiracle, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to TryMiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Looking at a lot of the early reactions and now the reviews that have come out, it is right where I was kind of expecting it to be. And quite frankly, hoping it would be. What we're hearing is, okay, it's based on a true story, so there's some fun in that. The leads are great. That's what I expect from Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson. It's a lot of fun. Hot people killing bad Nazis, fun. Doesn't fully take advantage of its story or historical context. Okay, frankly, I wasn't expecting it to. I mean, if it could have done that and delivered on the great action and excellence, maybe you're talking about a Best Picture contender. But saying, hey, its story doesn't really take advantage, fails to execute a little bit here and there, but a lot of fun. You're killing Nazis for 2 hours.
Yep.
That's kind of where I thought this movie would land. And if it does, I think I'm going to have a good time on Thursday night when I watch it.
I'm a sucker for these movies where they put together a small team and they take out like a whole army or whatever. It's the personalities in this have got to be good. Like, I mean, like the different they all look like they specialize in different military techniques or whatever. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about getting in to see this. I really, really am. And I'm a big Guy Ritchie fan. By the way, at CinemaCon, they then highlighted another movie that Guy Ritchie is directing, starring Isa Gonzalez and Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. And what was it called again?
In the Gray.
Called In the Gray, where Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, and Isaac Gonzalez play this team that steals back money that got stolen. So they're experts. When somebody has a large amount of money stolen, they're experts of going in and stealing that money back. And that looks really good too. I love Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie has been busy lately. Because I was like, didn't he just release a movie with Jason Statham? Like the Operation...
Operation Fortune. Yeah, that is quite good.
Yeah, I still want to see that.
Who played the Oompa Loompa in Wonka?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant is in that too. And Hugh Grant is absolute gold in that movie.
And that was just last year.
And it flopped. Nobody went to go see it, but I really enjoyed it.
With Jake, was it Jake?
Yep,
Gyllenhaal?
Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal.
And isn't The Gentleman on Netflix?
And he didn't direct The Gentleman on Netflix, but still, he's the creative behind it. By the way, The Gentleman on Netflix, I still like The Gentleman the movie that Guy Ritchie did better, but the TV version of it was really good too. If you haven't seen The Gentleman on Netflix, you should totally go check that out.
Wasn't Josh Hartnett in that movie too? You were just talking about.
Which one?
The Gentleman.
Oh, Operation Fortune.
Yeah.
Yes, Josh Hartnett is in that as well. And April from Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't. Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. Yeah. Thank you. Aubrey Plaza. And she's really good in that too. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, have you been looking forward to the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? I certainly have, because I'm a big sucker, well, obviously for Henry Cavill and, of course, for Guy Ritchie. I kind of like the reviews I'm hearing. Are they right where you thought they would be? Are they better than you thought they'd be? Are they worse than you hoped they would be? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.